So we're gonna do something actually productive right now. We're going to plant a plant in the new collector's garden. So this is just one of our favorites. Please go ahead, Sue.
Oh, I should
Dig
start,
away.
I should start doing all the work while you're
if
talking.
you could, yes.
That's the usual.
The usual, yeah, that's great.
But what's nice about this new garden is that the soil is nice and loose, so it's not difficult digging at all.
We put a lot of effort into amending the soil and getting it just the way we want. So it's going to be so great to do. So this is a really cool evergreen plant. This is Rhodea pachinuma. Rhodea is the same genus as the common Rhodea japonica or Japanese sacred lily. This is a recently added species to the genus. It used to be known as Campylandra sinensis or Campylandra pachinuma. One thing that's super groovy on this, pachinuma means thick line. And these leaves have essentially this thick yellow line down the midrib. And we assume that is why it was named this. Rhodea is named after a German botanist, Rodi, or Rodi. So hence the name on that. But this is just, when we originally collected this, we thought this can't be hardy. It just looks too soft. It looks too succulent. It looks too nice to be hardy in our climate. And lo and behold, we put out a sacrificial lamb, and it weathered our worst winters with no problem. And so now we are able to plant it with confidence in our collector's garden. This will spread. It'll be perfect. If you want to learn more about it, bide your time and look at the upcoming winter issue of Fine Gardening magazines. We're contributing editors to that magazine, and this is a little sneak peek. There's going to be a plant profile on this very species, so kudos to the folks at Fine Gardening. They've been great to work with and take chances on plants that aren't necessarily mainstream.
Yeah, using some elevated plants.
Yeah, exactly. One thing you might be wondering is, what's this mulch on the pot? Well, this is crushed hazelnut shells. This is a recycled product from our neighboring state of Oregon, and we drive down and get 4,500 pounds of hazelnuts at a time, shells, and we top dress all our containers with it. And when this pathway is finished, it'll be topped in hazelnut shells, which is really a great thing. The reason we top our pots with it is an organic means of keeping moss and liverwort from growing on the pots. We don't use pesticides here. So, sometimes you'll see a little root weevil notch on the leaf. Well, celebrate that because we're not causing harm. So, anyway, enough of that soapbox. Let's get this thing planted.
Okay.
I like using the hazelnut shells in the soil. It just adds a little aeration. They're really slow to break down. They're not very water permeable. All right. So this was just recently up potted.
So this hole might be too deep.
But I just wanted to show you, if I can get this thing spun around. Here's the runners coming from this. And this is going to just spread and make carpet. Not in a scary sense. It's going to do it just right because you're going to want a patch of it. When you get to the point to where it's like, well, this is enough, super easy just to take out divisions, pot up for a garden club sale, give to friends.
All your secrets, Kelly. Nice job.
Scratch all that. Thank you. Anyway, we'll get this thing planted. So typically, we would rough this up. If it was a tight root ball, we'll move on to another plant right after this and show you how to do that. But this is just good to go. We'll just do a little tiny bit of roughing, but yeah, we're good. So So we don't want to plant it any deeper than it is. We want to make sure these flowers are, yeah, that's going to be good, I think. Yeah, it's all going to look the same shortly anyway, so. Yeah, let's do this. Put that up. And we're not packing the soil in. We like to retain that air porosity. We like airspace. Roots, plants need oxygen to live properly. So yeah, and I don't know. There's something in my family background that causes me to obsessively make tree wells. And
You're a good well maker.
I'm really. I don't know. It just makes me feel good. It's kind of, it's like, you know, canning fruit or something. You feel secure for the coming year. But anyway, there's Rhodea pachinuma, happy, gonna be great.